After 25 years, Barbara Lynn has retired as a U.S. federal judge in North Texas, a trailblazer who won hard-fought battles for women. Fox 4's Sean Rabb sat down in an exclusive interview with Judge Lynn, and he's in studio with more. Sean.
You know, we talked about all things, ceilings she broke through in the legal world to the current climate around federal judges.
I am very proud of my career.
A career that began with Judge Barbara M.G. Lynn not taking the oath and being introduced until February 14th, 2000, 2 months after being confirmed. So she and her husband would always remember the date.
So I'd be in the elevator and people would say, "What about that Judge Lynn that's coming? Does anybody know anything about her?" And then they'd start chit-chatting and I'm in the elevator with them. And then the door would open and I'd leave and say, "Nice to see y'all. Soon to be Judge Lynn here." And then the door would close. The color would drain from their faces.
A federal jurist with a sense of humor, but also a sense of purpose. A trailblazer who was the first woman in her college class at the SMU Law School, then her first law firm, and first female law clerk, and first female chief judge in Texas federal courts. First that faced challenges.
But I've been proud to pave the way. Sometimes I had more resistance than I expected, and so that required me to reach a little deeper than I had intended to or necessarily wanted to accomplish the right result.
Presiding over some of the biggest cases in Dallas, the John Wiley Price trial, he was acquitted. Lynn admonished federal prosecutors for not disclosing all evidence to the defense.
I didn't think that was done with malice, but it's the defendant's right to have those documents turned over. And it was very uncomfortable to have to be chastising lawyers, particularly lawyers I respected.
And the civil trial against convicted ex-Dallas police officer Amber Geiger for the wrongful death of Botham Jean.
They were able to present to a jury the story of their loved one and what he would have achieved had he lived. And it was very moving.
The federal judiciary has always been insulated from the other branches of government and from overreach. Do you think that's eroding now?
Well, I'm going to stay away from politics in this comment, but I think it is extremely dangerous, the kind of dialogue that is being had about federal judges as if they are members of a political enterprise, because they're not.
If judges make a decision you disagree with, Lynn says appeal their ruling, but
there should not be calls for them to be impeached. They should not be challenged as being crooked or dishonorable.
Now she'll join her husband Mike Lynn at his law firm, retiring but not retreating.
I feel like I should give someone else the opportunity to do it, and I've still got a lot of energy. I'm not ready to go fishing.
Judge Lynn is also a proponent of cameras in federal court. She says it has to be done in a way that protects jurors and defendants' rights. She'd like to see that happen, though. Reception planned for Lynn next month.
Sean, thank you.